So, good morning, students. Now, we shall start our next chapter in geography. That is chapter number 5, minerals and energy resources. Is that clear? So, please take out in your books chapter number 5, minerals and energy resources. We shall discuss this chapter today. Okay. Now, before we shall start this chapter, we first must know that what is meant by the term minerals. Okay. So, please write down, students. Please write down what is meant by the term minerals. Your first question, what is meant by the term minerals? Please write down the answer. देखो बच्चों, these are the naturally occurring substances with a definable internal structure. The minerals are those naturally occurring substances that have their particular internal structure. For example, hardest diamond to the softest talc. All types of things that do have their internal structure. Okay, and these are naturally occurring. These are not man-made. So if anything which is naturally occurring in this world and it has its own definable internal structure, okay, that substance will be known as mineral. Okay, and it can be from the hardest substance in the world, that is diamond, to the softest substance like talc. Anything can be called mineral. Is that clear, students? And yes, I want to tell you one thing more, that in today's world we are totally filled up with the minerals. Just like you can see, from a small needle to the rockets, everywhere we can see minerals. From a small needle to the rockets, we can see that the whole world is filled up with the minerals. So minerals are an important part of the today's world. Without minerals, we can't even think about the modern world. So minerals are an important part. Whether these are the hardest substance to the softest substance, everything has minerals and everything has the role of minerals. Is that clear, students? So minerals are the most important substances that are being that can be seen in today's world, and due to these minerals, the whole world is working. Without minerals, the world cannot work today. Is that clear, students? Okay. Now, question arises: where do these minerals found? देखो बच्चों, most of the minerals are found in the rocks. That is in the plateau regions. I think we have discussed it in the 9th class also. Most of the minerals are found in the rocks in the plateau regions. So now the question arises: what are rocks? Please write down another question. What is meant by the term rocks? What is meant by the term rocks? Underline the answer in your books also. Rocks are the combination of homogeneous substances called minerals. Please underline. Rocks are the combination of homogeneous substances called minerals. Some rocks like limestone consist of single mineral, but most of the rocks are varied in nature, that consist different types of minerals. Please underline. देखो बच्चों, most of the minerals are found in the plateau regions. Okay, and that are rocks. So now rocks are the combination of these homogeneous substances called minerals. Okay, suppose in Chota Nagpur plateau region there is a rocky area. There is a plateau region. We are finding different types of minerals. Suppose in some part I am finding iron. Okay? In some parts I am finding copper. So these rocks are the combination of these homogeneous substances that are called minerals. Homogeneous means that are naturally occurring and that have their particular definable internal structure. Those are known as homogeneous substances. So these rocks are the combination of these homogeneous substances, and all these combination of all the rocks are the combination of homogeneous substances that are known as minerals. Okay, students. Now, sometimes there are rocks that include only single type of mineral, but sometimes there are rocks that include different types of minerals. Okay, students. So these are the two important definitions. First of all, minerals. Second one is what are rocks. Okay. Next. Now I'm going to rub it. I think you have written all this. Okay. Okay. First of all, I'm rubbing up to here. But please write down rocks. Rocks are the combination of homogeneous substances called minerals. Please write down. Now beta, remember one thing more. Minerals can vary from each other on the basis of color, size, luster and texture. Okay, boys and girls, minerals can vary from each other on the basis of color, size, luster and texture. Because suppose I am taking the example of gold. Gold has its own color, own size, own luster, own texture. I am taking the example of iron, that has its own properties. I am taking the example of diamond, it is having its own properties. I am taking the example of coal. Coal is also a mineral, so it has its own color, size, luster and texture. So minerals can vary from each other. They can be different from each other. It is wrong to say that all the minerals are of same type, texture. No. Okay, minerals can vary from each other. They can be of different size. They can be of different size, color, luster and texture. Okay ji. Chalo. Next. Now write down one more question, students. What is the difference between geographers and geologists? Please write down the question. What is the difference between geographers and geologists? On one side there are geographers, on the other side these are geologists. Now, what is the difference between geographers and geologists? Please, better make a line, and on one side there is geographers, another side there is geologists. Please write down. देखो बच्चों, students, geographers are those people who study the minerals, as a part of the nature. Okay, they study the minerals as a part of the nature, but geologists, they study the internal structure. They study the internal structure of the minerals. Now students, geographers just used to study the minerals as a part of the nature. That means they don't go very deep. Inside the study of the minerals. But geologists study the minerals very deeply. They check what is the luster, what is the texture of the mineral. Okay, what is the color of the mineral? What are its properties? They study it very deeply. Okay, but the geographers just study as a part of the nature, as a part of the rock, and they don't go very deeply in the study of the minerals. Okay, this is the basic difference between geographers and geologists. Also, number 2, the geographers. Beta, please write down, jaldi karo, do it fast. but the geographers are mostly interested. They are interested in the economic value of minerals. From this side, on geologists, they are not mostly not concerned much about the economic value. Not concerned much about the economic value of the minerals. Okay, this is also a very important difference between the geographers and geologists. They are interested, they are concerned about the economic value of the minerals. That what is its economic value? How can the money? How much the money we can earn when we will sell this mineral into the market. They are interested in it also. But geologists are not mostly interested in it. They are mostly interested about the scientific properties, of the minerals. Okay, students. So this is the major difference between geographers and geologists. Okay, ji. Next. Your next topic is बच्चों, write down question for 5 marks. Explain in detail the classification of minerals. Explain in detail the classification of minerals. I'm rubbing it now. Okay, I'm rubbing this one. Now students, please tick the chart. Please tick the chart in your books. The proper table is given in your books. So please tick that table also. You can see in the table that the classification of minerals is given there. So the minerals, when we classify the minerals, we can divide these into following parts. Minerals. First of all, students, these are ferrous, non-ferrous, and precious minerals. Please write down ferrous, non-ferrous, and precious minerals. Now students, I think you already know this, and if you don't know, then I will tell you that what are ferrous minerals. First of all, what are ferrous minerals, then what are non-ferrous minerals. Write down another question also. What are ferrous minerals? What are ferrous minerals? For 1 mark. What are ferrous minerals? Give examples. What are ferrous minerals? Give examples. Next question for 1 mark. What are non-ferrous minerals? Give examples. What are non-ferrous minerals? Give examples. इसके साथ ही ना इस क्वेश्चन को और करके लिख लो. राइट डाउन और distinguish between ferrous and non-ferrous minerals. Distinguish between ferrous and non-ferrous minerals. Write any 3 points. Distinguish between ferrous and non-ferrous minerals. Write any 3 points. ठीक है जी. चलो. Now first of all, ferrous minerals. बेटा, the ferrous minerals are those minerals that contain iron. That contain iron in them. Those minerals are called ferrous minerals. The major difference. These minerals contain iron. These minerals contain iron. Non-ferrous minerals, these minerals do not contain iron. Do not contain iron. Number 2, metal number 2, please write down. The ferrous minerals are mostly, these minerals are mostly found in, ferrous minerals are mostly found in igneous rocks. Ferrous minerals are mostly found in igneous rocks. Number 2, mostly found in, non-ferrous. Non-ferrous mostly found in sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Please write down the second point. Ferrous minerals are mostly found in igneous rocks. On the contrary, non-ferrous minerals are mostly found in sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Next, number 3. I think you have written all this. ठीक है जी? Number 3. In number 3, you can give the examples. For example, iron ore. You can take the example for the basic, the major ferrous mineral is, that is iron. ठीक है जी? And iron is mostly found in the iron ore. Besides manganese, nickel, etc. All this is written in the chart. You can see in your book. All this is written in your table. So you must draw this table in your notebooks. Please tick that table, and you must draw that table in your book. All this is written in your table in the book. ठीक है जी? So you have to draw this table in your text, in your notebooks. Number 3, on non-ferrous. Again, you can give the example here. Number 3. Number 3, please underline in your books also, students. That is copper, lead, tin, bauxite. Please underline. It is written in your books. That is copper, lead, tin, bauxite, etc. All these are the examples of non-ferrous minerals. Please underline in your textbooks, in your table, in your books. Okay, students, so these were the difference between ferrous and non-ferrous minerals. Now minerals, one thing more. These 3 types of minerals, ferrous, non-ferrous and precious. All these 3 minerals are the example of metallic minerals. All these are the metallic minerals. All these 3. The first part is ferrous minerals, A part. Second type is non-ferrous minerals, B part, and third type is precious minerals. I'm explaining this what are precious minerals, but all these 3, A, B, C, all these 3 are the examples of metallic minerals. This is also, ferrous minerals are also metallic minerals, non-ferrous are also metallic minerals, and third one, precious minerals, are also the example of metallic minerals. So the minerals, the first part of minerals is number 1, metallic minerals. ठीक है जी? First part is metallic minerals. Its parts are ferrous, non-ferrous and precious. Now what are precious minerals? इसके नाम से clear हो रहा है. The precious minerals are those minerals that are precious, that are expensive while selling. That means they do have their huge market value. That is why these are known as precious minerals. For example, gold, silver, platinum, etc. Gold, silver, platinum. So if you have to write the definition, you can write the minerals that are expensive. The minerals that are expensive in market value. The minerals that are expensive in market value. That means they have a huge market. That means they have a huge amount. That means that means we can earn. ऐसे write down. We can earn a huge amount. That means we can earn a huge amount while selling these minerals. That means we can earn a huge amount while selling these minerals. These minerals are known as precious minerals. For example, gold, silver, and platinum. ऐसे लिखो. Okay, so all of these three were the part of metallic minerals. First one is ferrous, non-ferrous, and precious. ठीक है जी, तो पहला part था आपका metallic minerals. Now second part number two, non-metallic minerals. First was metallic minerals. Second part, non-metallic minerals. Please write down and underline in your books also. Okay, the second part of minerals, that is non-metallic minerals. Now students, from the name you can understand the minerals that do not have metallic content, that are known as non-metallic minerals. एक और ये भी क्वेश्चन लिख लो, write down the question. What are metallic minerals? What are metallic minerals? Give example. Next question लिख लो. What are non-metallic minerals? Give example. What are non-metallic minerals? Give example. Now students, the non-metallic minerals are those do not have metal content. Metallic minerals were those who have that have metallic content, but non-metallic minerals are those that do not have any metallic content. Okay, so these type of minerals are known as non-metallic minerals. For example, underline in your books in the table that mica, salt, potash, sulfur, and granite, etc. All these are the non-metallic minerals. Please underline in your books. Granite, mica, salt. Okay, next. That is, yes, bauxite, etc. That is sulfur, limestone, etc. Please underline all this. Sulfur, limestone, all these are the non-metallic minerals. Now you can see here that these minerals do not have any type of metallic content. That is why these are called non-metallic minerals. But the erstwhile that we have studied were metallic minerals. They have metallic content. Like gold, we have seen, that is also metallic mineral. Iron, ठीक है जी. Next also we had seen about manganese. All those were having metallic content. That is why they are metallic minerals. But these minerals do not have any metallic content, and that is why these are called non-metallic minerals, like granite, mica, salt, sulfur, limestone, etc. Is that clear? Next. Number three in minerals. This was number two. This was number two, non-metallic minerals. Now number three in the metallic minerals, that is the energy minerals. Please write down. Third point, and underline in your books. Number three, energy minerals. एनर्जी मिनरल्स. इसमें देखो बेटा, राइट अलग से क्वेश्चन लिख लो. चलो राइट में क्वेश्चन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, what are energy minerals? Give example. What are energy minerals? Give example. Students, we can understand from the name of these minerals, energy minerals. We can understand from the name. The minerals, write down the definition, write down answer also. The minerals that provide energy, the minerals that provide energy to the other minerals are known as energy minerals. The minerals that provide energy to the other minerals are known as energy minerals. Please write down. This is the answer. For example, very important, underline please, that is coal, petroleum and natural gas. Coal, petroleum and natural gas. These are the examples of energy minerals. Okay, ऐसे मिनरल्स जो बाकी के मिनरल्स को एनर्जी देने का काम करते हैं, ऐसे मिनरल्स को हम लोग कहते हैं एनर्जी मिनरल्स. फॉर एग्जांपल कोल, पेट्रोलियम एंड नेचुरल गैस. इज दैट क्लियर स्टूडेंट्स? जस्ट लाइक यू आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग, बस ये आगे जाकर आएगा आपके चैप्टर में, बट नाउ आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग इट राइट नाउ. फॉर एग्जांपल वी टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ कार. ओके, वी टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ एनी कार. कार इज मेड अप ऑफ आयरन एंड स्टील. ठीक है, वो किसी और मिनरल से बनी है. बट when we are adding petroleum in it, only then that car can gain energy and it can move. Without petroleum it cannot move. So that is why we are calling petroleum as an energy mineral, because it is a mineral that is providing energy to another mineral. Take the example of steam engine that was made up of iron. ठीक है, that was made up of iron, but we have to give that steam engine energy with the help of coal. When we burn coal, then it gains energy. Okay, so that means coal is also giving energy to steam engine which is made up of iron. So that is why we are calling coal also as an energy mineral. So these minerals, the minerals that provide energy to the other minerals, are known as energy minerals. For example, coal, petroleum and natural gas. Is that clear, students? So this was the explanation of the first important basic topics of your chapter, that is minerals and energy resources. In the next topic, in the next video, we shall discuss all these chapters further. Okay, so please study the chapter and write down answers also. And if you still have any doubts, you can ask me your doubts in the comments portion. Okay. Ask your doubts and please write down the answers of these questions. Also, these are important for the exams. Okay, thank you so much, students. Thank you.